Okay, let's begin with your story. How did you two meet and what drew you to each other?
Well, we met in Ethiopia, and I was on the side of the road flagging down a taxi, and Ayele was a driver, and he was on his way home, finished with his shift, and he kind of saw me on the side of the road looking helpless, and he pulled up and swooped me up.
So what's your version of the story, Ayele?
Like she said, I was doing my own business, and when I'm coming, I saw her.
Where was this?
In Hawassa, in Ethiopia. There's a city called Hawassa. Yes, where I was born and raised. Yes.
So he was my driver for the day, and he went to drop me off. And when we got to my place and he went to give me the amount that was due, it was quite a lot. And I was like, you labor, which means thief. You're a thief. You need to come to church. You need Jesus. Here's my card. Come to Bible class and get saved. Turns out he was actually charging me the right price because it was out of his district and it was a contract charge. And guess what? He did show up for Bible study the very next Thursday. And from that day forward, we've been on the battleground and in the battlefield together.
Okay, beautiful introduction to your love. So what's kept your love going through the years?
I believe our honesty, transparency, deep, intimate love and romance.
And what about you? Oh, Ayele.
Caring each other and loving each other through the years.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to move into our next question. Love as a healing type of thing. So what has love helped you heal or overcome? And then is there a moment that changed everything for your relationship?
Our love has really helped us heal through the hardest of hard times that a couple could probably challenge. I took upon the responsibility of being a caretaker for my grandparents who raised me. And being that my husband came into my life during this period of time, it was for sure something that could have broken us and on many levels came close to doing so. However, understanding who we are, what the mission is, and that through everything we have our love and that suffices all, really kept us together. And it proved a stronghold in our relationship for marriage. It's a unity, and having someone to be united with during such troublesome times in life is very important. And I'm so thankful to God that shift in our life, although it was hard, it was for the good. It made us even stronger. It made us unite together even closer. And it really taught us a lesson on keeping God first through the thick and thin.
Beautiful. What about you, Ayele? Is there a moment that changed everything for you? Like where you knew this was it?
Yes. I'm from Ethiopia. I don't have any family here. So after I got here, she is the only one. And that's changed everything for me. And her family, they are a sweet and good family. And that's it.
Okay, she was it. She changed everything.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
When I think of the question deeply, of what changed everything for me about him, was one day I wanted to express my deep love for him, although we weren't in any type of committed relationship or courting. And I expressed to him like, man, brother, I love you just deeply, your person, your soul, you're a beautiful being. And I just really want to express that I love you. And I wanted to assure him like, no, it's not like that, But he calmly responded and said, I love you too. And at this time, our language barrier was hard on us because he didn't speak English. I didn't speak Amariña. But he carefully described and clearly, he said, you know how water flow? And I said, yeah, I know how water flows. He says, like in a river, the water flows. And he says, that's how I love you. And that shift right there was it.
That was it for you. She fell in love in that moment.
That moment, it was a go.
So, speaking of that, and growing through the years and finding the one for you, what does rising in love mean to you, and how have you grown together over time? Let's start with you, Ayele. What does rising in love mean to you?
Rising in love means for me like caring each other. Especially love is not like just a feeling. It's like choosing to be with someone and just a choice. So I choose her to be my life partner. So it's caring each other.
All right, let's move to you, Lahanna. What does rising in love mean to you?
Rising in love means to us taking the steps together. So whatever challenges we may face, we use that as stepping stones. And when we take that step up over those challenges, we step together. And in everything we do together, giving myself to him wholly, and he gives himself to me wholly. I care for him as myself, and he cares for me as himself. And as we grow together and progress, we rise in love.
That's beautiful. Becoming one. It's a oneness, a unity.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll move on to Phree in Love. So when I think of Phree in Love and how this project started, I have the page Phree in Love, and it was really me kind of creating a page to kind of share our wisdom about marriage and like how we overcame challenges and what it means to just sustain in love and to grow in love, because love, like you said, isn't enough. It's a choice.
Yes.
It's an action. It's all the things. So and I also think like being free in love, just loving, having that freedom to love people unconditionally rather than like based on what they do for you or give you or any of those things. And so that's what I think of when I think of free in love, and just being able to like be myself and being loved for being authentically me and not having to feel like I have to portray anyone else. I could, go makeup free, look like a bum or whatever and still feel loved. So that's a freedom that I feel within love. So hearing that, what does free in love mean to you?
Free in love means being able to be completely transparent, being able to laugh, those hard laughs where you're drooling and slobbering on yourself and smacking your knee, to crying with your ugly face and having someone there to hold you and pick you up. Free in love means to be silly when no one's around and have that significant other appreciate your silliness, and just being able to be your full self, being able to share thoughts and ideas with each other.
That's right.
What you
Like,
think?
free in love means like love truly and love unconditionally and feel free and truth. You have to love. If you are free in love, you have to love freely and truthfully and no hides.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love that. And like my goal with this is to just get different interpretations of what that means to couples. I want to continue this and have a bunch of interpretations of what that means, because everyone's love is different and how they perceive that is probably different too. Yeah. So you said like love truly. Like, what do you think? How does your relationship, like, how do you show her like true love?
So I showed her by caring and be honest and love her truly.
What about you? How do you show him true love?
I think love is action packed. So I show him true love by not only being present, but giving actions that are felt, creating experiences that are remembered, and dwelling in moments together.
Mm-hmm. What I really love about y'all is how, you embraced his culture and like you learned that. So you get to, it's not absent in y'all relationship. You bring that, you try to make him feel home.
Yes.
So I really love that about y'all. Yeah. So for other couples out there who, may be in a relationship from different countries or cultures, or may have that language barrier, or just in general trying to sustain their love, what is one piece of wisdom or advice you'll offer to that couple on that path?
Marrying a man from a different country was definitely had its challenges, but the rewards definitely over succeeded. The benefits and the blessings from marrying him, really overpowered the challenges. And we married with a language barrier, but it brought us closer together because he took time to teach me his language. I took time to teach him mine. We shared cultural differences and we adapted to one another by food, by music, dance, and anything else. So we actually kind of took it as an adventure and explored each other and accepted each other. If I can give wisdom to another couple experiencing culture dynamics and differences, it would be to put your faith first, trust each other wholeheartedly with honesty and integrity with each other, and to remember that you're joining together as one. So although just like when you're building blocks or, filling out a puzzle, you have the right piece in your hand and you're looking for the right place for it to fit. And it may not fit in the first few places, but keep on trying to find the placement. And once you find it, it's perfectly fit together. It's perfectly joined together and we're locked in. So continue building together relentlessly, having faith, not only in God, but in yourself.
And Ayele, what piece of advice would you give a couple? Like, what are some things you think they could work on to like make it the distance?
Sorry, let me bring it.
I'm going to say, look, honey, you got to keep the romance and communication. Communication and romance. Now, anybody can do those two things.
Okay, so I want to say, put God first and love each other and love unconditionally. The very important thing is communication and understanding. So you have to understand to live each other in the first place, and more communicating. Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. If you could describe your love in one word, what would it be?
So I love you so much, and you are my everything. And like I gave her a name before, I said Liu. Liu means in Amharic, but the meaning in English is unique. So for me, she's unique, and I love you so much for the rest of my life. And unique. Yeah. Unique.
Okay, Lahanna, if you could describe your love in one word, what would it be?
To describe my love in one word for you would be true.
Simple as that.